All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour. A group of about 20 European and other foreign envoys have arrived at the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The visit focuses on the remarkable progress that is being made on the ground in Jammu and Kashmir in the aftermath of the revocation of the special status that Jammu and Kashmir earlier enjoyed. This visit is, of course, different from others, as the focus is now going to be upon how grassroots democracy is being strengthened. Remember, grassroots democracy did exist there earlier, but it is now being strengthened in the now erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, particularly in the aftermath of the recent local level elections. Now, currently the team is meeting with the mayor of Srinagar. Before this, envoys had visited the Magam block in the district of Budgam. They also met with the DDC chairman Nazir Khan along with other Panchayat representatives and were briefed about the Panchayati Raj system. The delegation interacted with many of the locals and they also asked them about their views about the government inaction. Now, these foreign envoys are in Kashmir to check and assess the success of the recent DDC elections that were held in the valley. Later in the day, they will also be meeting with the civil society members who've been invited by the government. So this is a guided tour of these foreign envoys who are there to assess the remarkable development that is taking place in Jammu and Kashmir. The meeting the top officials and politicians in the region will, of course, help them to assess the government's efforts in restoring normalcy in the valley. This, remember, is not the first one, not the second one, but the third such foreign delegation that is visiting the Jammu and Kashmir valley after the de-operationalization of Article 370 on the 5th of August back in 2019. Now, last year too, India had taken groups of these foreign envoys, firstly in the month of January and then another group in the month of February. And during these visits, these envoys had met many locals and also other top administrative leadership of the Union Territory. Remember, the visit has now come in the aftermath of 4G speed mobile internet having been restored in the Union Territory. 4G mobile internet had been suspended for a period of 18 months, which has been described as the longest internet suspension anywhere in the world. And the decision has, of course, been welcomed by the US State Department. All right, now to give us more insights in terms of how this guided visit is, of course, going on in Jammu and Kashmir, we are joined in by our correspondent Ishan Wari, who is joining us from Srinagar. Good afternoon to you, Ishan. Bring us up to latest with what is happening with these foreign envoys who are presently in the Kashmir Valley.
Well, an hour back they reached this place at Dal Lake. There's a hotel where they are right now and they are meeting the mayor of Srinagar. Recently there were district development council elections held and several chairmans were elected. So to establish how grassroots democracy has been made sure in Kashmir Valley, they are being given a first-hand account from the representatives who came out after voting. And then they are meeting them, and post that meeting will be also traveling to Hazrat Bal Shrine, which is right at the Dal Lake where I'm standing. There they will be seeing the historical importance of Hazrat Bal Shrine and also getting a first-hand assessment of how the situation has really unfolded. In the evening they'll be again meeting government guided toward this is entirely, and they'll be meeting journalists, a group of journalists who have been invited by the government, and then also civil society members. Now this tour, why is it important? We have seen that already 2 delegations have visited Valley since the abrogation of Article 370. First delegation very much came after the abrogation of Article 370. They were made to understand how the government is taking steps to ensure the safety of common man in the Kashmir Valley and how the security has been beefed up. So now as the things have eased, there has been 4G restoration on the ground. So to give them that assessment back, that how really have the things changed, so they could get a first-hand account of the position, things have changed on the ground. They have been invited here to Kashmir Valley. There were invitations are on ground and are taking first-hand account. They went to Budgam after coming to the airport. That they also tasted, almond, other delicacies of Kashmir Valley. They were also given to understand that what are the rich products of Kashmir Valley, which could be basically, they could take it forward to their countries, that what could be exported. So this is a big development when it comes to Kashmir Valley. But remember, no mainstream political party has been invited to meet them, and there were targets and allegations by the political parties in the Kashmir Valley. Having said that, one of the main factors of the timing is the restoration of 4G, which was not only welcomed by the US State Department but other countries as well, and which has been primary concerns of the youth who have gone to meet these envoys in the past.
Absolutely, indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Ishan Wani, for joining us and getting us all those updates about this guided tour. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.